So let's shift back into more of like the tech side of what you do. And I noticed that you have something that you're working on. It's similar to creating like a cloud or something where we can put like our backup stuff like on there. So explain like what that's about.
Sure. Well, I remember when I first started online sharing my beginning story, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And we talked about the affiliate marketing side with Dr. Copeland at the beginning and stuff like that. So once I took that leap of faith and dove in, it took me 2 years to really understand the internet in any way, shape, or form. And once I started to see success, I was so elated because of 2 years of failure that I literally got on my hands and knees and I said, please God, if I can make this work, then let me set up an affiliate program where other people can thrive too. And so, ever since that day of quitting my job, every software product that we've created, I want to share the wealth with others. So we've always done all of our sales, whether it's our autoresponder or you're talking about GOTBackup right now, or our conference room, or our web hosting or anything. We sell everything in an affiliate marketing fashion. And so we've had some of our affiliates literally make millions of dollars with us, which makes me feel really, really good. So the product that we just created now is similar to a Dropbox, but it's got even better features because it's just an automatic set and forget. You download it on your phone, you download it onto your computer, you set what you want to back up or store to the cloud, and then you never have to touch it again. But the cloud itself is collaborative. So anything you put up in there and you want to work on a document with somebody else, a PowerPoint, a Word doc, you want to work on a video together with somebody else, you can collaboratively do that right in the cloud itself. Oh, wow. So it really exploded because we own and operate everything. We actually own our data center, and probably on the video here, you can see our server room. Is by owning and operating everything, we're offering people an unbelievable price point so they can back up all their devices. So whether it's Android, iPhone, Mac, PC, a mix of both, doesn't matter, for themselves and their whole families. You get 6 separate accounts for less than $10 a month. So, and it's at the beginning of a trend because a lot of people, we've got these on the floor, but every single one of us, we're addicted to this stupid thing, We've all lost data, we've all lost phones, we've all lost contacts. So we're at the beginning of a trend where people are like, I know I should back up all this stuff, but I just don't know where or I don't know how, Correct, yeah. So through one of our affiliates, it all says, hey, Tom, how many computers do you own? How many pictures do you have? Would you like to, save your family legacy and your data and your memories for less than $10 a month for you and your whole family? Of course, yeah, of course, why not? You know what I mean? Because how much is I know firsthand with my 3 kids and myself and my wife, I'm paying $150 a month just for their cell phones. Why wouldn't I pay an extra $9 a month to save all their data from all their cell phones so that if they, I know most of them, you get it, run over, were lost, whatever, at least they can get everything from the cloud and nothing's lost. And the reason I developed the product was about 12 years ago, I was getting on a Carnival cruise, marketer's cruise. Yeah. And I had my laptop bag and I had my regular bag. And the porter there was like, for those who've never been on a cruise, you're getting on the ship, they want you on the ship partying, drinking, having a good time right away. Yeah. So the porters take your bags and they're supposed to show up in your room. And I remember wanting to keep my laptop bag, and the guy's like, don't worry about it, dude, don't worry about it. Anyway, long story short, my laptop bag never ended up in my room. And I had my laptop and I had my external hard drive. So I thought, okay, I'm backing up everything. Long story short, I lost the pictures of my kids from age birth to age 6, 7, and 8. Were all in that computer. So every picture from birth to that age is gone forever. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I gave it to the porter expecting my laptop bag to show up in my room. It never showed up. You know what I mean? So that's my point is people are addicted to their devices. They've got wedding pictures on there. Everything that they love and cherish and own is on their computer or they're on their phone. So that's the cool part is if I'm an affiliate, I say, well, how about give me 2 minutes and I'll show you how you can back up everything that you have. Oh, yeah. Not just you, your whole family. Oh, yeah. Your aunt, your uncle, your sister, whoever you want to give it to with one click of a button. And how much is it? It's $9.97 a month. Oh yeah. Really? Oh yeah, I'd like that.
That's actually really good because it's almost like the cloud that pays you.
Yeah.
You see,
yeah.
Because I know that I'm with a competitor that you guys are with, Dropbox. I
Yeah,
know you don't
yeah.
like that word.
No, it's
But,
fine.
But I pay about $120 a year,
year, yeah.
for
Dropbox.
1 terabyte.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, and so what?
And you can't share that Dropbox with your sister or your mother, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
have a separate account.
Oh, yeah.
We're giving people 6 separate accounts, 6 terabytes for $9.97 a month. And if they
6
pay for the
terabytes?
year, it's $99 a year.
Oh, see, and that already saves money right there, because
Yeah.
I remember, like, when I'm using Dropbox, 120, I'm not even getting paid for it to,
Yeah.
refer anybody, so it's great to have something like that where instead of 120 a year for 1 terabyte, I'd only be paying $99 a year for 6 terabytes, right?
Yeah. And you
Wow.
refer other people and get 75% back in residual income.
Wow.
So it's
okay.
yeah, exactly.
75%?
75%.
So how does that work? So is it almost like, say I refer Billy Bob, and Billy Bob comes, he decides to pay the yearly for $99.
Let's call them Billy Bob and Mary Sue.
Right. So if Billy Bob does it, decides he wants to do the program with me, how much would I get?
So this is how it's split up, and I'll give you the videos that people can watch in case they're more interested. But
Okay.
if you refer somebody, you get 25% of theirs. So
Okay.
so you get that for life. Now let's say they refer people, okay, and let's say somebody that you referred makes $1,000, you get a 25% matching check.
Oh.
So if you referred me and I'm pushing it to people and I make $1,000, you make $250 just from my efforts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you don't have to do a goddamn thing but refer me, and if I do well with it, and you can multiply that. So let's say there's 10 people like me that you referred, and there's $10,000, you're going to get $2,500 a month back. Okay, so that's how that works. And then we also have a compensation plan that goes multi-level. And here's the thing that I want people to understand. Multi-level marketing is beautiful. Where it got a bad name is because in today's age, people realize that, hey, I can have my multivitamin here conventionally from Walmart, or I can have my multivitamin here from an MLM company, but we all know we're going to pay 10 times more through the MLM company for something similar that we can buy at Walmart. Right. And that's why people don't like network marketing, because they know in general, not always, but in general, the product to the end consumer, the price is artificially increased. Right. And that's why you hear a lot of these ridiculous claims in network marketing where, well, ours is patented, or it's super concentrated, or it's using some crazy biological pathway that nobody else has, right? They overhype the product to try to justify the cost. And the increase in cost is really because with a physical product, they have to pay commissions to the upline. With us, because it's digital, there is no artificially increase in cost because it's a digital product. When you're selling a physical product, you have to manufacture product, you have to warehouse that product, you have to ship that product. All of that costs a lot of money. And then you still have to factor in commissions to the upline on that physical product. And again, I'm not bastardizing the industry because I love the industry. I'm just telling the truth. With our product, we can sell it at the same cost to somebody in Japan as we could right here next door, because it's digital. And that's why people are jumping on board, because they're like, wait a minute, I've been involved in network marketing before. Typically, I'm paying $100 to $120 a month, and I'm still buying product on top of that. Yeah. And yes, I'm getting some commissions, but I'm paying more than what we know we would generally pay in a retail store or on Amazon.
Yeah.
But with you, you're competitively priced in the marketplace. In fact, iCloud is $9.99 a month for 2 terabytes. You're giving me 6 separate accounts and 6 terabytes for less than what they charge. That's why it's exploding, because they're like, so what you're telling me is this is a network marketing opportunity that's cheaper than the competition. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then they think, okay, well, what's the shenanigans? Like, it must be a lower quality service, or, the skepticism comes in, right? Well, how can you do it? We do it because all our software is developed in-house. Our server room is here. Everything that we do in-house. And if you look at this office, it's not huge. It's just the right size. If we were in a 30,000 square foot building, that's 3 times the overhead. And in fact, there was a major network marketing company that went out of business a few years ago. I'm not going to mention the name. People will know. It was a huge company, and they were growing so fast that they went and bought a something like a $50 million location,
Yeah.
and they went out of business simply because during the hard times, they couldn't even pay the debt on the mortgage.
Oh, wow.
So even though the company was doing well, they had illusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
When we bring our distributors to our $50 million building, they're going to be like awestruck. We're not like that. We're like, no, we want to do things right so that we can pay a maximum amount of money to the distributors and still keep the company healthy. So our server room is only 800 square feet. Our office is just under 10,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And so the point is keeping our overhead extremely low.
Yeah.
By doing everything in-house, we can pay out 75% commission and still be a healthy company too.
Yeah, that's actually really good. So what are the differences between Google Drive and what you have?
Google Drive is not automated.
Okay.
100% automated. So one, a lot more space, but we have all the features of Google Drive, but what Google Drive doesn't have is the automation part. So if you're working on something on your computer, you have to remember, if you want to save it to the Google Drive, you have to physically upload it.
Oh, okay.
With us, anything that's on your PC, so you don't have to save everything to the cloud, because you might have some folders on your PC that you're like, hey, I just don't even want it in the cloud. It might be naked pictures of your girlfriend, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So once you download the software, you choose the folders that you want to back up. So for me, I have my documents backed up, I have my movies backed up, and I have some things. And then,
porn.
well, no, the porn's not. That's in a folder called porn, which I don't back up to the cloud because that's my porn. I don't want anybody else seeing it. Jokes aside. So that's the main thing, though, is so if I'm starting a brand new document, or I just shot a brand new podcast, and I download, I take my thumb drive or whatever, and I put it on my PC and I start editing it out, that is automatically backed up to the cloud. Because we're all human beings. We're going to forget, right?
Yeah.
So it's literally set and forget, and it's the same thing with your phone. You pick and choose what folders you want to back up to the cloud on the phone that's important to you. And let's say you take a brand new selfie, and it's in the folder that you want back up. That selfie is automatically in the cloud, so you don't have to think about it. And here's the best part: like Dropbox and the others, you may have forgotten your phone, but you want to share a picture with somebody or whatever, or a document or a video, and you can access it from anywhere in the world. So even though you may not have the video on your phone, you can go right off your phone into the cloud and send it to somebody else if you wanted to. Or if you and I are collaborating on a Word document, just like Google Drive, we can work on it together in the cloud.
Yeah.
So.
And then plus your people are making money on their backup drives, and then they're not having to carry all this equipment around like
absolutely, because it's conveniently user. Now people say, well, is it secure? Yes, it's 256 military grade encryption. So even though it's in the cloud, unless you give your password to somebody else, which would be a stupid thing to do, it's totally secure. So it took us by surprise. We're only 3 weeks into this, and there's a few people that are approaching almost $10,000 in commissions in 3 weeks, even though the product's only $997. Why? Because again, the traditional barriers of network marketing are gone away, because they're like, okay, people, okay, I'll listen. Go ahead, give me your pitch. What? Less than $10? Oh, well, how? Because we own and operate everything. You know what I mean? The barriers are gone, because yeah, I could push this.
Yeah.
I know a friend who's got 2 terabytes of iCloud and he's paying $10 a month. I know somebody else who's using the upgrade of Google Drive paying $15 a month. You're telling me 6 separate accounts for my whole family for less than $10 a month? Yes, sign me up.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Oh yeah.
So
a person watching this, when they say, because you always hear people say, hey, what's in it for me? Things like that. What do you think the top 3 things would be for a person watching this? Would they say, oh, well, why should I get that? Well, what are 3 reasons why I should get it?
Well, number one, everybody knows they should back up. Every single one of us has lost a picture or a document that we wish we hadn't lost.
Right.
So multiply that amongst your family members. You probably lost 30 or 40 things over the past year alone where you're like, I don't even know where that went. Right. So conveniently store it in the cloud. That's number one. Use the product. It's less than $10 a month. It's not even a Happy Meal. So if you can't afford the $10, don't eat 1 pizza a month.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's number one. Number two, what we've found even already, some people are not traditional salespeople.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to get out of your head. They start using the product, they start really liking it,
Yeah.
and so they start having more confidence in it, and then they start telling people, and so they start making money just because they're excited about the product, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you go to a good movie, and you tell your friends, you got to go see this movie. Who makes the money? The theater. Did you get paid for that referral? No. You go to a really good restaurant, you're like, man, the food at that place is amazing, you need to go. Well, you send your friends over, they have a really good time too. Who got paid? The restaurant, but you didn't get paid. When people fall in love with the product and see the value in the product, it's very easy to say, you need to just go check this out. And so all you have to do is send them a link. They opt in to hear more about the product, and then our system does the sales for you. So you don't even have to sell. You just say, listen, I want you to go check this out. You know, make your own decision on this. So they go, they opt in with a name and email address, and then our system does all the follow-ups, all the sales. So we tell people, you don't even have to sell anybody. Just tell about it, and if they're interested, send them the link to go and take the tour of what the product's all about, and let the system do the selling for you.
Okay. That sounds good. And guys, if you guys want more information about this, what you need to do is
Just click on the link somewhere on here.
Somewhere down here, or maybe up here somewhere, but you'll see it. So let's go and go with this. First of all, Joe, I want to thank you for coming out today, for being on this podcast. Two things I want to ask you.
Sure.